I just heard a really traumatic story that Beth let me in on. Paul, we're going to start with you. Tell me exactly what kind of events transposed when you were 13 years old.
Well,
to this musical soundtrack, tell me what kind of events transposed.
I'll preface, it was very confusing at that time. We were at a tough age. We were conflicted. Hormones were just going everywhere.
Of course.
I don't really know, maybe you would know a little bit better why we did it. Or how it even started. But we used to, at night when they'd watch their soap opera, Guiding Light, that they taped every single day. We go right on the back porch and drop trowel and sit on the end of the porch and take a dump in the tomato bag. I, for one, loved the sound. It was just fantastic.
What would the sound be like, exactly?
Leaves rustling. Like, if you throw a rock into the woods and it, like, hits a bunch of leaves.
But there's that delay, and that's really what made the sound, is that, suspense.
Once it left the origin.
Suspenseful like this music?
Yes. Maddening like this music. Was there a particular reason why we did it? I don't remember. I think she's the interviewer.
Now, was there a particular incident that sparked this fury, if you will?
Well,
hold on, they're doing a documentation.
Well, what about this one? This is another weird one. This will embarrass you, unfortunately.
Hold on.
Would you describe the noise as kind of like a coconut falling from a tree?
Yeah, it's kind of...
Did Jill, your sister Jill, know that you were doing this?
I don't think she's ever found out. I will say this much. It started, I think, with peeing, not pooping.
Yeah.
With urination, not defecation.
Of course. You have to build and crescendo.
We did have to take it up once.
And I think one day there was an emergency, or we were out there and the trigger was hit and just occurred. I know it started with him, and he just probably, I don't know, would you say you just thought, I gotta dump as well?
I thought, I enjoyed the urination. I truly did. But I thought I can continue my work in other mediums.
It was his brown period, and I know that the way it started for me is I was the lookout, because our kitchen door that led out to the porch was right next to the basement door. If you grow up in our family, it's not a lot of thought put into that at all. It's just common sense. And her mom would be finishing up grooming and coming up the basement stairs where she worked.
There from 9 to 10 miles away.
Right, definitely. And I just had to make sure no one would be any the wiser.
And you were impressionable young lad, and you wanted to follow in your older brother's footsteps.
Well, yeah, I sort of did everything he said, but I love the sound too. I gotta agree.
Did you one day poop, and for every time you pooped, did you say WORK for every noise?
Now, I do have a question.
All right.
Being married to you now for 4 years, how did your poop go unnoticed? I mean, from what I've seen.
From what she's examined. Very close.
I don't know how it couldn't have been seen.
I don't know. I really don't know. It was...
Did you have to use a plunger?
No, we just left it there.
A plunger on the tomatoes?
But
Nature took its course.
you haven't seen the fury.
It's
you
like
think living with him for 20 years, I didn't see the fury? Oh, I felt the fury.
It's like a baby's
Felt it?
Felt it and smelled
Now, was there any specific day that maybe your parents were being really rude to you, and as they were yelling at you, you were like, just you wait until Guiding Light?
I would say that I can remember one incident where there was definitely malice involved. I don't remember the specifics, but I definitely remember anger. I think we were laid into, and then as soon as the authoritative parties left, I was given the usual signal, which I believe was silent, with something to the effect of, "Hey, Ian,
Let's go.
let's roll." Now, this wasn't a big project, mind you. I was surprised that it was even brought up, because for us it was very much a matter of course. It was just sort of everyday routine. Not every day, but, it was very common. It was very common.
Seriously? Oh, that often?
Yeah, it was probably a pile of feces. I don't know how our father did not see, because he was meddling around in there every day.
With his hands.
Come home after work and rummage through
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he thought it was animal poop?
What?
They cooked for you, you know.
Yes,
And
I
he's
never-
rummaging in that dirt.
I've never eaten a tomato. Never.
It doesn't matter. They cooked. They used the counter.
Lexi, what do you have to say about this whole situation?
Do you go poopy outside?
No, I didn't. I poopy out at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a good, normal human being. Good for you,
She's
Lexi.
the only one that has a poop somewhere strange.